Hey YouTube and everyone else. It's been a long time coming, but I'm back. 118 Set Shadow. And today I'm going to be doing box openings for 12 boxes of Demonic Advent, which I'll probably split the vids among the different boxes sets. Probably like 4 boxes a vid. But let's get started. For those of you who don't know though, with this new set actually, they started giving you less packs, a total of 16 instead of 30, but they each have 7 cards in them, including at least 2 rare or higher. Similar to how they started doing those clan boosters. So, and now there's also the possibility of getting multiple double rares or higher in a pack. So, look forward to that. Let's go ahead and get started. And let's see. First off, we started with Wyvern Cadella, Listing Vampire, Mershog, Transport Harpy, Hysteric Shirley. We've got Pulsar Revolve Draco Kid, which is like Gear Chronicle Zodiac. And then we've got Maiden of Divine Spring, Lien. A perfect guard that doesn't require a discard cost, but it only works for Blasters and Alfred. Put those off. Oh, right, and this time the advertising card is Dragonborn, for those of you who are getting into that game. Unfortunately, I'm not. Let's go on to the next one. Detect Angel, Dragon Knight, Nibble Rat, Emotional Succubi, Anatem, Marin, and Goddess of Investigation, Ishtar. This one's a Genesis Stride, triple rare. With the new Genesis cards, they're all Revelation necessary. In other words, you have to basically run them in a deck of almost nothing but Revelation cards, otherwise they mostly don't work. And that one basically allows you to restand your board and power it up. Let's see. Next pack is Onwasanabi, Thunger, Dengai, Terasada, Sere, Tagweed, and Were-Tiger Jaeger. This time they were both rares. Maybe I should split the rares out somewhere. Then I'll do that next time. Next up. And this is pack 4. Rewind Tiger, Multitask Angel, Grogania, Kikira, Recruit, Absalomon, and Almon's Red Eye. That one's a double rare. Just like with the original Amon, it gets more power based on soul. Then it gets an extra crit under certain conditions. Too bad it did not get any guard restriction like Gilderais, but that might be a little too strong. Anyway, Grogan, Fuki. Alright, Fuki got reprinted in this set, by the way. Arson, Laser Dragon, Art Peak, Anius, and Brennan Vampire. Oh, that's the new Darkness card that works like a Mon. Gets plus power for every card in the bowl, but then afterward it goes to soul and then you draw. So it basically replaces itself. Now next, Detect Angel again, Talar, Nibble Rat, Zerari, Emotional Succubus, Guard Altar, and Almon's Validation Bustaf. This one I haven't seen before. It's a Sentinel. And a Quintet Wall. Number of cards is 15 or more. Choose 3 other normal triggers for the Mon from the soul. If you chose 6... Ooh. So it takes cards from your soul, puts them back to deck, and then you re-soul charge and counter charge. But the fact that you have to put back 3 normal units also offsets the chance you could put triggers back for better chances. Mario's Thunder, Caldwell, Markov, Rosemary, Fickle Monkey, Rubus, and... oh, I was hoping for this one. One who splits the darkness, Splittermus. This is a restanding Vanguard for Dark Irregulars, and a triple rare. Basically, On Darkness skill, where you swing, put 2 cards from hand to soul, and then what happens is that you power up 2 units by 5k, then return all grade 0s from your soul back to deck. So, if you soul charged a bunch of triggers, they're all going back to deck. However, you need 10 soul to use that effect. And then after its attack, it restands, but with -2 drive. Pretty powerful, especially if you soul charged your entire deck the previous turn or that turn, and then your deck is nothing but triggers. Shocker, Mashi, Auto's Thunder on him, Rogue Chesna. Oh, that's the new Lu. And Riku Stealth Dragon Gorakan, which is an okay card in my opinion. Could have stood to be a little stronger. Basically, it's a Counterblast and Soul Blast to dominate one of your opponent's grade 1s in the back row and use it as a Guardian. Yeah, it's only the back row, by the way, and it's only grade 1s. That's why I said it could stand to be a little stronger. Because at least it would be nice if you could dominate almost anything in the back row. Crystal, Macabre, Shinsen, Blinghawk, Nightmare Land, Sabnek, and Hell Deity Seal Dragon Crown Cross. Again, both a pair of rares. So let's see, we've gotten 2 triple Rs so far and 3 double Rs. Because I think the ratios are still supposed to be the same in these boxes. 5 double Rs and then 3 triple Rs. Pulsar Tamer Dragon is a Quintet Wall for Zodiac Time Beast. Then we got Pulsar Cruising Dragon, which is a double R. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Chronojet, it's 2k stronger. And when it attacks, you look at 3 cards from the top, find a Zodiac Time Beast to put to hand, then the rest go at the bottom. So, just as the Counterblast pretty much always provides you with a +1, that doesn't really disappoint. But of course, the card has to be a Zodiac Time Beast. So, original Time Leap based decks can't fully utilize it. Battle Maiden Senri, Shakur, Saki, Jenna, Nightmare Land again, Covetous Succubus, and Prime Beauty Amaruta. That's going to be the last triple rare in this box then. That's our new Strider to replace Fenrir. Well, rather, it doesn't really replace Fenrir at all. As I said before, all the new Genesis stuff in here requires Revelation. So, it's going to be its own deck, in essence. And we'll just keep going. Shinsen, Blinghawk, Starius, Nida, Ongol, Lucha. Oh, wow! Oh, wow, that is a good first box already. The Secret GR of Holy Divine Knight, Gansalot Peace Saver. Okay, that's going in the sleeve right now. Just a minute. For those of you who don't know, this card is probably one of the most sought. That card alone... Okay, no, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Basically what it does is that on attack, you swing, get an extra drive, get a counter charge, and then if you have a face-up card in your G-zone, you also get crit +1. So if you G-guarded or you already strode earlier, it gets every single bonus. But the best part, if it's face-up in the G-zone, all your... Let me see. Oh, wow, it's better than I thought. All your rear guards with Blaster Blade in the name will get resist. So no Denial Griffining any Blaster Blade cards. Sad to say. Also, you can't lock them, you can't retire them unless it was Root Flare Dragon. Same go with locking if you had Nebula Crunch. But yeah, and this is the Secret GR. That was really nice. So, I guess that already kills one of my theories. I thought the Secret GR or the GR would replace the triple Rs. And it doesn't look like that's the case. Interesting. for you, those of you who haven't opened boxes yet, that's a great gain. Now you know. Alright, you know. And Rikudo Stealth Rokudo Lord. The other rare. I should probably start reviewing these a bit more in depth because they're both rare. Goddess of Favorable One, Nino. Okay. Yeah. I'm always so used to just the single rares. Alright. Although, safe to say this box is pretty much done now. Because I think 1, 2, 3, 4... There's one more double R. At least there's gotta be, I think. Pulsar Tamer Manish and Stealth Dragon 10. Oh, this card. I think a lot of you know about this card now. It basically turns your Shiranui into everything. You know, like the Man of 1,000 Faces and all that sort of thing. Basically, if it's on the board and your Vanguard Shiranui, it gets all of your opponent's names, clans, and some other factors based off of your opponent's Vanguard. So you can get additional bonuses when dominating their units. Witch of Esther Star. And then, here's the double R. Goddess of Hort Kibitsihime. So it is a... Oh, it's an actual perfect guard, but it has Revelation too. And if it is... And if you've got another one in Soul, then you Soul Charge even more. Cool stuff. Last pack. Alright, let's see. Hateful Cyclone, Earth Elemental. Oh, this card is a little annoying. It basically redirects a lot of target effects to itself. Amon's Eyes and Dragonite Moody. Alright, so that's box 1. Let's move on to the second one. Though, quick review of the big pulls from that. Let's see. Obviously, the biggest was that SGR Gancelot. Otherwise, Bread and Mouse was pretty good. It was mostly a Genesis box. Armuda and Ishtar were in there. I can't... Okay, there we go. Otherwise, we got Amon, we got Lien and Ibitsukime, and basically the rest of it was not really themed. So we got a full array. And if you were wondering, for the clan split of this pack, it's Nubatama, Kagero, Dark Irregulars, Genesis, Royal Paladin, and Gear Chronicle. Alright, so let's go on to box 2. And I'm going to go through these faster now that we know a lot more of it. Start reviewing. Were Tiger Jaeger is the first rare. And we got another Bloodmouse. There we go. And that is all I need in terms of that. I mean, you could run 4 if you want to, but usually that card is probably going to finish the game for you. And since you have to return your grade 0s back to a deck, usually your soul ends up getting too small to follow up after that anyway. Okay, so we followed up with Lou as the rare, and Closet Balloon. That is Dark Irregular's new perfect guard. Let me see, what did it do again? It's a perfect guard, yes. And then if you have a Closet Balloon in the soul, you also get to draw. So in essence, it is... How do I put it? Seriously, how do I put it? I guess it just replaces its discard cost, essentially, as long as you've got another one in soul. But in all honesty, Succubus of Avarice is probably still the better option since you can pull it out of soul. Alright, let's keep going here. Sheen's... I think I'm just going to start skipping over the comments, save time. Zabnek and Grantacross. Oh! Didn't we get these two in the same pack last time too? Well, I didn't really talk about them either. I can talk about Sabnik a little bit though. That one is, and disappointingly enough, it only works if your opponent's Vanguard attacks your Vanguard. But what it does is, if you have 10 cards in Soul, it gets a 5k bonus on its own, but then it gives your Vanguard 5k until the end of turn. So for future attacks, it gets more buff. Pulsar Tamer Duggan again. And Dark Wolf that hunts deities Fenrir. Now, here's my gripe. Do you see Revelation on here anywhere? Not me. Apparently Fenrir is not allowed to have Revelation. I don't know why. What that one does is a pretty hefty cost of Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 3, which is, by the way, the same as the Stride. But what it does is you look at 3 cards from the top, put 1 to hand, put 1 to soul, and then put the last one on the top or bottom of your deck as you pick. So it's not a terrible effect per se, but it's pretty costly. Oh, right, and then if you have a G-Zone Fenrir, you can countercharge too. Oh, there we go. We got a double rare. We have a double rare pack. Let's take a look at this real quick. First one is Stealth Dragon Utsuroi. That is Nubatama's new Perfect Guard. Basically, what that one does, if your opponent's dominated unit, that's not right. If a dominated unit hits your opponent's Vanguard, you can add it back to hand so long as you put another one from drop to deck. Yeah. And then the other one was Gobara Khan again, the G-Guardian, which I said could stand to be a little stronger. Because if you think about it, the shield value is the same as a regular G-Guard, but then you have to Counterblast and Soul Blast for it. Although you minus your opponent 1 card. Ah, dang. The other GR of the set, the one that, unfortunately, nobody's going to be happy when they pull it. Meta Pulsar Mystery Freeze Dragon, which is actually not a terrible card. It's just really costly. Counterblast 2. Oh, there's more to it. Shuffle your deck and bind 4 cards from the top. Huh. Didn't know about the bind part. Then for this battle... Oh, that's how it works. It's not a reveal, it's a bind 4. What you're supposed to do is show the top 4 cards that you bound, and each one that's shown, your opponent cannot guard from their hand using any cards with the same grade. You reveal a 1, no Sentinels. You reveal a 0, no triggers. You reveal a 3, well, you're not going to guard with a 3 anyway. But if you reveal a 3, it also gets 1 more drive check. However, it's a GB3 skill and it's Counterblast 2. So, like I said, not a bad effect, but it's pretty costly. Also, it only works for its attack. Also, Draco Kid, Stevia, Birdseye, Monkey, Nita, Ninil, Gorlord. Well, I guess we'll see if the regular GR ends up taking the place of the Triple R then. So we've already gone through Bread Mouse and Mystery Freeze. So if I only get 1 more Triple R, then we know. We'll go through these real quick, and this time we got... Ah, dang. Not as good of a box as I would hope, I guess. Divine Knight of Valor. Halbots. Card itself is not bad, though. Basically, let's see. For each card with Brave in your G-Zone, you can search for a Brave card in your deck and call it. And then those units will get 2k for each unit that you called. By no means a horrible card. But I feel like, what's it called again? Fides, I think, is more meant for a later Stride. Also, this card doesn't promote multi-attack like the Brave deck really emphasizes, which is why it's not very well favored. Okay, Deranged Singular is the first card. Let's see. Witch of Esther. And Witch Queen of Congratulations. Never seen this one yet. If you had a hard card with Witch, choose 2 units and they get 5k. And then when this unit attacks, Soul Charge. And if you have 2 or more hearts, 10k and a crit. Ow. So basically, to get the full effect, you need to Legion. Too slow. Way too slow. Next up. I mean, seriously, that's all I have to say about that. Amon's Eyes, Agres, which this card is actually not too bad. Dragon Knight Mufti. the problem is that, yeah, if you Legion, you have to take up a turn not striding. That's the only problem. And that's why Legion, in most cases, it's basically been so outclassed that only like 2 or 3 can possibly compete. Rares here are Little Straight Stage Marin and Covetous Succubus. This goes there. Next. Alright, then we'll just skip through these. We've got Witch of Fruit Knowledge. Yeah. Oh, it's another Quintet Wall. And then the other one is Sorrowful Slice Lugiatus. I'll read those up a little later. Don't really know what they do. And I'm also kind of running on time for one. Okay, looks like we got something in here. It was really shiny. Oh, so the GR is completely separate. Well, but going back real quick, we got Goddess of Twiltog Woot, and we got another Amarada. Okay, so I was wrong. The GR and the Secret GR are completely separate of the Triple Rs. Hey, at least that was another good bit of knowledge. Alright, Multitask Angel, Pulsar Transit Dragon, and Witch of Pure Star Anis. Which looks like it was another Legion card. Another one to take a look into. Next is, I think it's a double R, but let's see. Ooh, Enma Stealth Dragon Magun Tembu. I know this one already, so I can just lay it down. Basically what it is, dominate one of your opponent's units and give it 3k. After the unit attacks, then retire it. So a nice way to get rid of an annoyance while also making it minus your opponent. Last pack for the second box. Oh, I skipped something. Sealed Dragon Prison Guard Attar, which is another Quintet Wall. And Amon's Validation Buff Star. Oh, it's the other Quintet Wall, I think. Anyway, that's 2 boxes. And just out of 2 boxes, we have already figured out some nice stuff. The fact that the GRs and the Secret GRs do not replace the Triple Rs. And also, they don't seem to replace the Double Rs either. At least I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yep. So GRs are completely separate. The only things we haven't seen so far are SPs and reprint hollows, which I'm still waiting to see one just to see. Anyway, this is going to be box 3. After the 4th box, we're going to take a break. Alright, and we'll just skip straight over. First we've got Pulsar Transit Dragon, and then Witch of Pure Star Anis. Next is something. I can see something. Were Tiger Jaeger. Oh, there we go. One of the reprints. Well, I was hoping it would be a different one. Okay, so this is Witch Queen of Holy Water Clove. Soul Blast 6. That's pretty hefty. Attack, and you have a Witch Van Heart. This unit gets all your Witch cards get 5, and if you have 2 or more hearts, +1 crit. Again, requires Legion, therefore slow. Well, requires Legion for the full effect. And somehow that got stuck in there. Next up, got... Okay, it's... Oh ho ho! A double R, triple R pack. That's a first. Amon's Red Eye Fornis is the double R, and the triple R is a new card. Dragonic Blade Master Cohen, which I have been looking... Oh, shoot, I just realized I did not pull a Ziegenberg yet. And I also haven't pulled Numatama's triple rare. But before I start ranting about that, why don't I tell you about Cohen? Cohen is a Blaze version of Dragonic Blade Master. When you stride on top of it, it retires an opponent's rear guard as normal, but it also gives 3k to a unit with the Blaze ability for the same cost. Its second effect, if your opponent doesn't have any rear guards, you can take a Blaze grade 3 from your drop zone and put it back into your hand at the end of your turn. So, if your opponent didn't play many units, then they basically gave you Avenue to Stride for free next turn. And then the rares there, Brennan Vampire again, and another Utsurui. Alright. I think we're only on the third pack. Let's see here. Seal Dragon Altar and Boofstar. Let's keep going. Nope, that goes there. Next up. Skip through those. We got Lu and another Gehorakan. Even though you probably only have room for one. And then I got 3. Actually, out of all the double rares I pulled, I think that's the one I pulled the most. Well, I'm not going to complain too much since I am into Nubatama. We got Draco Kid and... Okay, here's another new triple R. One who scatters sins. Sharat. That's Sharat's new form. The Darkness grade 3 version. Which is... Wait a second. Oh, no, sorry. Its actual stride effect is not Darkness based. You soul charged, do 1 stride, and then if you have 4 or more Darkness cards in your soul, your opponent retires one of their rear guards. And the second effect is a rear guard effect or Vanguard effect, right? Yeah. It'll get 5k when Darkness is active, and then your opponent cannot use zeros to guard it. I swear, these two just are 2 peas in a pod. That's the 3rd time we pulled them at the same time now. I don't even know how I remember that one. I bet there were some other ones and I completely forgot them. But those 2 just stick out. Dagen and Kibutsuhime. Okay, this there and there. Next. We got Ninil and Kuralord. I get the feeling these 2 are also 2 peas in a pod. I feel like I pulled those simultaneously at least 2-3 times now. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did at least once other. Okay, next up. We got Agris and Mundi. Is that another one? Okay, am I just deluding myself, or did I seriously find 3 pairs of 2 peas in a pod? I don't know. Let's just keep going. Astar and Lien. I haven't pulled one of those since the first box. I don't know. Does that mean there's a Gancelot on the way? Doesn't look like it. Well, there's a Marin right after it, all along with Tenrei. So let's see. This box has already earned me a Cohen, a Sharat. So we're still waiting on the 3rd triple R. Unless the reprint takes its place. That's actually a point to consider. We got Code of Succubus and Fruit of Knowledge again. There are 2 packs left in this 3rd box. Let's see. If there's no 3rd triple R in here, well, I guess the witch just took its place. No, there is the 3rd triple R, and it is one I've been looking for. Enma Stealth Road, Mujin Lord. For those of you who know about Dominate, I am sure you know what this card does. Oh, and I forgot, that's the rare. Last pack. Mujin Lord is basically, for every face-up card in your G-Zone, on use of skill, power plus 4k to a unit of choice, and if the unit's an opponent's unit, dominate it and have it attack the Vanguard. So for every G unit face-up, you get to attack your opponent's Vanguard once. And the last pack is congratulations. Which is somewhat appropriate, I guess. One, I got the reprint of the Witch in the same pack, and two, I got my Mujin Lord. Okay, time for box 4. And then we'll just go with a quick review. The only thing we have not pulled so far now is an SP, or better yet, an SP pack. Which, for those of you who don't know, SP packs in this set are the full pack, which means all 7 cards are SP. Let's hope I can get one. I'm really hoping I can get one. Skip through Tugwat and Were Tiger Jaeger. The sneak preview wasn't kind to me at all, unfortunately. I ended up buying 4 packets inside of 1 kit, and the only triple R I pulled was Mujin Lord. Everything else was nothing. Come on. I didn't pull any GRs at all. Did not pull any SPs, only pulled a few double Rs. Which, because of the way these new packs are set up, the double Rs won't end up being worth very much anyway. If you're looking to profit off the double Rs, it's probably never going to happen. Because now you can get 2 a pack in possibility. And also because you end up... Because the boxes are cheaper now, because they contain less, so you have a much better chance of pulling the higher rarity cards you need in general. I got Halbawats and Lu in this one. So the things you end up getting less of are your commons, and to some extent, I guess, your rares. Or I think you still get a fair amount, but the commons, they're far less to get. And there we go, we actually got a new double R. First is Marin, and this time we got Flare Trooper Doomwood. Doomwood, right? That is Kageto's newest perfect guard, which I can run through it real quick. As said, it's a perfect guard, so that effect is self-explanatory. It has Blaze, but that's kind of moot because you almost never utilize it. But its best point is, if you have another one in the drop, you can actually use it as a 15k shield instead of a perfect guard. So, Covert Succubus and Witch of Brew of Knowledge. That is kind of awkward. Wait a second. Witch of Fruit of Knowledge. Wow, that is kind of awkward. Next one feels heavy. Let's see if it's... It is an SP, and it's Ishtar. Okay, so out of 4 boxes, I've gotten every single possible rarity. At least that's a good start. Actually, I'm going to sleep that too. Just a second. And not to mention, I think I have already pulled every card in this set now. At least once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... No, there's got to be one more that I'm missing. Usually there are 8 triple rares in a set. Ah, that's right. How could I forget this guy? Speak of the devil. The one triple rare I still didn't get. Flare Arms Ziegenberg. The other restanding unit that's in this set. run through its effect. Its first is a Soul Blast and a Flip, which is basically Flip itself. And then you retire one of your opponent's units and give another Blaze unit 3k? Oh no, it doesn't give any power at all. It's... yeah, just retire a Rearguard for a Soul Blast and Flip. And then, its second effect is where it shines. Stand it up, and also for cost, discard the same number of cards as your opponent's Rearguard count. Lujaris and Fudai. I actually haven't pulled this yet. So, if your opponent had no Rearguards, you stand it without a cost. However, it goes to drive 1 instead of drive 3. Basically the same thing as Bread-A-Mouse. Except, unlike Bread-A-Mouse, there's a possibility you will not minus. Let's see, Pulsar and Honest. Next, starting off with Rewind Tiger, then we get Gonna Cross and another Mujin Lord. So that makes 2 triple Rs, right? Ziegenberg, Mujin Lord, and... oh no, I pulled a Halboscus earlier. So that's all 3 of those. I got my SP, which probably means there's nothing else in here. But let's keep going. There's a Magum Tembu. I need at least 2 of them, because part of its skill is flipping another one. And in all honesty, you're probably only going to play 1 pair of it. G-Zone space has gotten so tight with these decks. Yeah, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm probably not even going to review the rares anymore. Most of you, I'm pretty sure, know a lot of them. Of course, if you have any requests for one, I can always just let you know on comment. Yeah, I am pretty sure you always get these 2 as a pair. Same with the other pair. Then again, I did pull that Stealth Lord just now with the Witch instead. So that might not be the case. Tar and Boofstaff. Alright, last pack. Let's see if this is a miraculous GR, and I don't think it is. Nope, but it's Leanne again. Alright, and that's our first 4 boxes. Let's take a quick review of what we got. There are piles of commons. Of course, a lot less than you would usually think, but like I said, with these new box ratios, the amount of commons you get is much less than it used to be. And I actually forgot these. And there are some rares still laced in there. Well, the pile should actually be a little smaller. Rares are still in their own pile, but then, double R-wise, that's basically it. I did not leave myself enough room. I got a ton of Nubatama, though, thanks to that G card. Then 2 Mujin Lord, 2 Omurata, 2 Ishtars, if you include the SP. I got 1 Clove, only 1 Ziegenberg and Cohen, and 1 Dumuch. That's sad. 4 box is, and I basically did not pull Kagero. That is sad. Sharot and a pair of Blittermouse, which is fine. I got 1 Gancelot, and it's the secret GR. And then I got a Mystery Freeze, and everything else is history. Alright, I'll be back then. I've still got 8 more to go through. Let's take a break.